game number 1 of this Playhem Best of 7 show match. Dragon versus WhiteRa. Howling Peak is our first map. I am Zoya, and with me is Todd, and we are getting started right now. As soon as the loading's done. And here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map as our red Protoss player. On his own sponsored team, we have WhiteRa. And his opponent in the top right-hand corner of the map. As the blue Terran from MYM, it is Dragon.
And you know, I'm using a WhiteRa mousepad right now that he gave me at IPL. True story.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. It's a thermal take mousepad, and like, it has, what, there is something written on it. It's like specially engineered for special tactics.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool, but yeah, I use it and I still can't execute special tactics like him though. I just wish it was possible. You know about the special tactics these days?
Yeah. Yeah.
WhiteRa, I think he special tactics in general means like he can pretty much do anything, but these days he's been playing a lot with carriers.
Yeah.
I say these days, I mean he's been playing a lot with carriers in general, but like these days when I watch his streams, sometimes he likes to go carrier a lot. And I feel like WhiteRa, if he's up 2-0 or even 3-0 and he's doing well in the game, we could definitely see some crazy things like carriers. But I think at first he will pretty much play standard with still a little bit of craziness, which is for WhiteRa also a standard. There is some things sometimes that he does that you do not really understand, but he makes them work somehow. So he opens with the pretty quick gateway here, and he's gonna scout behind this. Dragon open for a gas first, which I talked about a little bit earlier. And okay, do you think mines, and do you think he will drop them quick?
I definitely think so. Like you said earlier, Widow Mines, you get a few of those mixed in with a handful of Marines, and you can easily go 3cc behind it, and a lot of aggressive builds behind it as well. And the cool thing about both these players is you can see wacky, out of the ordinary, crazy stuff from either of them, and they both know how to make their builds work. So I definitely think we'll see Mines. We'll just have to see how well he pulls this off.
All right, his barracks is about to finish, and Dragon is going to be able to start his factory immediately here. WhiteRa sees everything. Dragon is actually going to go for a Marine, which is okay. He has enough money for that. And the prop being very annoying here, forcing another SCV being pulled here by Dragon to defend against that. He's going to make a depot, and I like this position. I make a pylon here as well, where he makes his second depot right now. Just because if there is oracles coming into your mineral line, you want to know it as soon as possible, so that you can react. You can start moving your workers, you can bring back a mine as a Terran, as a Protoss, you will use Photon Overcharge or bring back your Phoenixes or Stalkers or whatever it is you're gonna need to defend against that. And WhiteRa, he opens with 2 gases himself, 2 assimilators, which is a lot better in Heart of the Swarm than it is in Wings of Liberty. I feel in Heart of the Swarm against Terran, you should almost always open with 2 gas.
Now, what are your thoughts on this current map for this matchup? I mean, is there a certain meta towards this map, or is it just, a kind of well-balanced, well-played-out map? I mean, what are your thoughts on this map specifically for this matchup?
Like I said, I feel like on this map there is a lot of proxy possibilities. A lot of Terrans, they do a proxy, like you see the third base on bottom right of WhiteRa. They could put the factory there with a starport as well, or even at the very bottom right of the map, or even on the middle left. And you see WhiteRa, he places a pylon bottom right of the map, so this is gonna be helping him to spot some of the things that might go through there, like medivacs, or even he might have spotted a building or 2 there sometimes. He's gonna open for his target. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Oracle first. And Dragon, he just goes for the mine drop with Marines attack, which is the standard right now in PvT. Everybody does that as Terran, and he goes for the command center behind it, which also is the standard. But behind this, he can choose to go into mech or not. He can choose to add on a 3rd command center or not. It's all gonna be about how can he handle this Oracle damage.
Yeah, that's a good point to make. This build has a lot of aggressive options with it. You can either go for the fast 3rd CC. We only see the 1 CC from him for now, and then you can do whatever you want from it. It's a lot of options, a very versatile build, and I like seeing that a lot. Now, WhiteRa's still committing to this Oracles. First one is out, second one being Chrono Boost, and Nexus has been started as well for WhiteRa, so he is getting the expansion up. And we'll have to see how much, like you said, it's all going to come down to how much damage these oracles can do. Will Dragon be able to defend them off? I believe it's one oracle can take on 4 Marines and lose to the 5th, or is it 5 Marines it can take on? I forget exactly. Do you know
Yeah,
off the top of your head?
but I think if you don't want to lose your shield, you can fight against 2, but not against 3 with an oracle. That's how it is. And usually you don't want to lose your shield. So the first one now is going to fly into the middle line of Dragon. We have a mine in position. Oh, WhiteRa pulls back just right on time. He kind of guessed that there is a mine in the middle of the middle line of Dragon here. And he's being very careful right now. Dragon, he met one of the pylons of WhiteRa on the way. And this was so well done by WhiteRa. You saw he had a pylon bottom right. And he has one on the middle left as well at the 9 o'clock position. So he's able to see those medivacs coming. And if he sees them, it becomes so much more worthless for the Terran to drop, because the Protoss is already aware of that. He knows that I guess he knows how to defend, how to be ready for it. And we saw the Oracle die actually of WhiteRa, but he's making 2 more. He already has 1 more. He's making a 3rd one right now.
Yeah, it did die to that or that one middle mine, unfortunately. You always have to be very careful for that. They do one-shot them. And we do see Engineering Bay going down for Dragon. He's got his additional barracks, so he will be going by with Stim on the way. We do have a decent-sized force coming out here for Dragon. Medevac boost coming forward. It does have a Widow Mine in it. Will it get the drop onto the Stalkers? It boosts forward. It is close, but no, it does get taken down before it can burrow. The Oracle is assisting here, but there are just too many Marines. He's going to have to back off and get a couple extra warp-ins here. Another Oracle or 2. There are 2 oracles with this army sieged up on the low ground, attacking this starport. A nice little bit of aggression here from Dragon, but how much longer can he make it work?
And a great micro from WhiteRa. I was very impressed by the way he handled that. He has to be careful. He's going to walk right into a mine. The tank doing a lot of damage right now. WhiteRa should be able to get rid of this army, but he's lost way more than he should have here. After some great micro in the start of this fight, WhiteRa is going to repel this attack, but taking huge losses. WhiteRa, he does not have a robo right now. He's got a lot of probes on his expansion. He should definitely start to add some gases there. Dragon is going to keep the pressure up with some nice medivac boost. He's going to pick up units and start dropping them again. And WhiteRa is just going to counter-attack with his 1 Oracle and his Stalkers here. He's going to try to do some damage back at home. He's lost his Mothership Core, and this was huge. He used a kind of useless Time Warp, and behind this, he had a lot of energy on his Mothership Core. And now some Marines and Marauder are looking to do some damage in the expansion of WhiteRa.
Yeah, the Nexus is being targeted down. The army that WhiteRa attacked with is almost cleaned up. Only a few Stalkers left over with 3 more reinforcing. There are Marines and Widow Mines to defend. A big Widow Mine blast goes off, taking off a couple Zealots here at WhiteRa's natural. This Bioforce is still alive. Stim is not done just yet, but WhiteRa really has to be careful. At the same time, SCVs are pulled at the natural of Dragon. Marines and Marauders coming forward. Again, Stim still not done, but there should be enough for Dragon to clean this up. WhiteRa has an Oracle back home. It's taking out these Marines very quickly, and Medevac picks up and gets out of there as Zelt's being warped in. So both players are going to clean this up with Stim finishing for Dragon. He does not save that 1 Marauder. A lot of aggression on both sides, but both players just kind of doing trades, except for the fact that Dragon still has a few Widow Mines. They're taking out another Oracle, almost getting a second, and Dragon going to pick off and just keep up the harassment.
And WhiteRa, I feel like he definitely forgot to make at least a forge to detect a little bit more than what his oracles can offer in this game. Because right now we have a couple mines between the main and the expansion of WhiteRa, and they've done so much damage. One of them has 5 kills, the other one has 2. I'm pretty sure they're going to get more kills. This one oracle should better get out of here right now. Oh, it's right above the mine, and boom, it's going to go down. WhiteRa, he feels he's behind. He's going to try to take a 3rd and remake some probes behind this. So actually, he really needs to resume pro production right now, because he's falling behind economically. I guess not really. He skilled a lot of SCVs as well. We had 9 SCVs killed, 7 probes killed, and 45 probes to 35 SCVs right now for WhiteRa, who's going to use his Oracle to reveal those mines. Dragon, he has a choice to make. He can either try to put some big pressure on, or take a 3rd and turtle, and I think he's made his choice here. He's actually going for 2 Armory, but he's going for Bio and Combat Shield, and he already has Steam Pack, which is a bit weird. I think this might be a mistake. Oh no. He's gonna open with some Bio, and then he's gonna go into Mech. That's just so weird. Do you see his name?
That is definitely... Hey, he's going double armory right now. This kind of reminds me of the old TVZ that DeMuslim used to do. He used to open with a 2 racks, kind of harass with that, and then he would transition into Mech after that, throw his opponent off. I remember him doing that versus Nest T in one of the MLG arenas, and it's definitely a weird style. Yeah, he didn't invest into any of the armor or weapon upgrades for the bio. This is going to be a weird transition. We'll have to see how WhiteRa can handle it. Will he get the scout of it? Does he have he doesn't have a robo yet, does he? He's still not rocking a robo, huh?
Yeah, he
So
definitely needs one, I feel, right
Yeah.
now. Or at least a forge to get one cannon in each mineral line to be safe against those mines dropped. And yeah, start getting some upgrades as well, because he's getting a Twilight Council right now. But I mean, we are 14 minutes into the game and no upgrades in sight. As you can see, Dragon is upgrading level 1 infantry weapons, and he's upgrading 1-1 for his mech army. So vehicles, ship, and armor. He already has his third command center. He's making some turrets in each of his bases to be safe. He's even going to make an extra turret that is his expansion to not have any units come around, or at least oracles fly by and kill SCVs on the left side of his natural. But WhiteRa, he's well saturated on 3 bases. He's on 63 probes to 50 SCVs. He's going to throw down a Dark Shrine. He's going to go for a charge, and he's finally getting his forge.
Yeah, he can probably start working on those upgrades. He's actually going to be behind versus a meching Terran in a late transition too, which is going to be interesting to see how much power this mech ball will eventually have if we get to that state of the game. But we do see Dragon pushing across the map with a very sizable bioforce. They do have stim. I believe the Marauders have concussive shell. Yes, they do. 2 medevacs, few siege tanks, and the Widow Mine. He's going to be pressuring this third base after he kills off these rocks. If we look at the units tab right now, WhiteRa only has the 3 oracles, a handful of stalkers, zealots, and sentries, and a mothership core. That's really the only defense he has against this. So if Dragon micros properly, WhiteRa could be in some trouble.
And WhiteRa, he has his Dark Shrine about to finish. I wouldn't be surprised if he sends a couple DTs inside of each base of Dragon. You see this pylon all the way to the top. This is a very nice pylon because it cannot be spotted from the watchtower, and you can always warp up or down and send units right into your opponent's base. So WhiteRa definitely going to be using that very soon here, I feel. He's going to have to use a very nice Photon Overcharge on his third if he wants to be able to hold this. Oh, he has to be careful with his Oracle. He's going to start dealing a lot of damage to this army, finally engaging with all of the Zealots and those Stalkers. Those WhiteRa have enough, Zoya.
A big Widow Mine blast going off. Battle Helling's doing a lot of splash to these Zealots. Will it be enough, though? A lot of units were picked up and kited back. Stim goes down, but he does pick up and dart out of there. WhiteRa was able to hold, did a lot of damage on both sides. At the same time, a little Zealot run by doing damage at the top, taking down a supply depot, a little bit of aggression there. The Widow Mines are still at this third base, again, still no Robo. After that fight, Todd, who do you think came out on top?
I feel WhiteRa definitely did better than what he was supposed to. I felt Dragon could have done much more damage if he just stayed there. He lost his army, but at least he traded. No, he kind of got out of here a little bit too early. He could have placed his army better as well. But Dragon is finally going to be on 3 bases against the 3 bases of WhiteRa. We have no Templars in sight. He's finally got DTs, but I mean, there's turrets everywhere. Those are not going to do much at all. Supposedly, WhiteRa is going to start working on the force. He's still making oracles, so he's kind of using special tactics here. I don't think I would ever see anybody else than WhiteRa go for this ground charge lot zealot army with oracles in support.
But you have this DT harassing a little bit of the Bioforce for Dragon supply. 132 to 127, income tab 62 to 59. That DT is going to be taken down. There are turrets in almost every position, like you said, so the DTs can't really do much. At the same time, a drop goes down in the main base, taking out one of the gas. He's picking up the DTs and Archons doing what they can. They are going to use that speed boost and get out of there. There are 2 Marines here poking at one of these pylons, and it will be cleaned up for the most part. However, Sir Kill tab, 32 have been killed by Dragon this game. That is a lot of workers.
Yes, it is. And WhiteRa right now, I feel this last drop should definitely trigger Blink being researched out of him, because he has no way to deal with those medivacs right now. Oh, actually, never mind. He's got a Phoenix chasing down those medivacs. And, well, 1 Phoenix should not be enough. I feel Dragon feels pressured into dropping right now, because he feels he cannot escape. But he actually just could have if he used a couple more boosts to just get out of here and try to not to meet the army of WhiteRa. But he's just going to drop and sack those units. The supply is right now very even. WhiteRa, he has a lot of money but not much gas. He's gonna start mining the gas from his main again. He definitely has to saturate those gases at his third. He hasn't done it yet, and this is a huge mistake at this point in the game. He's even taking a force and saturating the gases there before the ones on his third.
Yeah, and gas is going to be very, very important, especially with the composition that WhiteRa is going currently. Supply 143 to 138, so very even, like you said before. A lot of mech being mixed into this bio ball. We're seeing this, you know, we saw that Dragon was going for the mech upgrades, but he's also invested into some of the engineering bay upgrades and just having this kind of hybrid composition, a kind of interesting style to see. You know, what are your thoughts on this, Todd?
It's just so weird to me. I don't understand. Like after I saw him upgrade 1-1 for his mech, I was convinced he would throw down a couple factories and only go mech. But he's going bio plus mech and upgrading both. And both of them are playing an unorthodox style right now in this game. But we're gonna have a big engagement in the middle of the map. I don't think WhiteRa has enough here. He's still gonna stay until the end. This Oracle doing a lot of damage, but we have Marines and. Actually, I think Dragon's mix in the end is better than WhiteRa's just because those Oracles are completely nullified by the amount of Marines. They have +2 attack now, and well, I think Dragon's force here should be able to maybe take out at least one of the base of WhiteRa here. He's gonna have to be careful. 3 DTs are being walked in and sent into this force. He does have a scan, and he's gonna get rid of those units. WhiteRa, his units are kind of stuck in the ramp right now. The Zealots were blocked behind those Archons and Stalkers, and he's gonna lose a lot of units here.
Yeah, you know, WhiteRa in that engagement, you know, the only splash he really had was the Archons, and that's about it. They did not get the engagement they need. The Zealots got completely fried by the Battle Hellions, and this third base is definitely going to fall. Supply 150 to 98. You know, he's losing his third base, and he might go ahead and lose the game from here. He's just plummeting in supply, 152 to 65, and the GG drop from WhiteRa. Dragon's going to take game number 1 with this kind of wonky hybrid style of a mech and bio mixed together. Any thoughts on that game?